Jonah might not be able to tell us much about being a great prophet, but what he can tell us about is how to pray. And we see this heartfelt prayer that Jonah prays out of desperation. He's a desperate man, and he needs to be saved. He's in the belly of the whale and there's no way out. We get to places in our lives, in our journey, where there's just no way out. We've got no one to help us. There's no one with us. We've been abandoned. We've brought a storm upon ourselves, and we've ended up in a place where it looks like we cannot be saved. And what Jonah says here, he prays prophetically to God. Because remember, he's in the belly of the fish. He's in a place where there is no escape. And yet he says, I prayed to you and you listened. You heard me. He knows God, and God's going to hear him. God's going to listen to him. He says, you brought my life up from the pit. But he's in the pit. So he's praying prophetically into this. And then Jonah does something that's so amazing. Something that reminds us what we have to do when we are in a place where there's no exit, there's no escape, there's no out, there's no help, there's nobody. He says, and I remembered the Lord. How many times in my life have I forgotten that God is mighty, that he's powerful, that he's everywhere, that he can do anything, that he's the one who saves. He's the one, despite what I've done, despite my sin, despite my shame, despite my unfaithfulness, despite my disobedience, despite the fact that I spent so much time running away from the one who was pursuing me, the one who loved me, despite all of that, I remember God because he never forgot about me. Why don't you just remember God today?